Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards, continuing the Apocalypse exploration. We're a couple hours away from the end of day 2, and I was expecting the same thing as day 1, except with 100 more points to work with, but they've actually changed up the big monster bodyguards that we have available. So for the Tyranids, instead of the Hierophant, we have the Harridan, which is a big flyer, 385 health, 65 ranged, and 55 melee, and it has Fear for its trait, reducing damage by 50%. So that makes it a very strong card. Fear is, of course, a very powerful trait, so you can just greatly reduce whatever is its opposite from. Now, I've mostly been using the Jackal Alphas again on this second day, and I haven't had any losses yet, but I do want to kind of change things up a little bit, so I'm going to try a ranged build with the Hive Tyrant as the Warlord, and I also have two Gene Stealer cards in here, the Ridge Runner with Scout, and the Heavy Weapons team with Big Game Hunter. And once again, looking at the deck here, we have 499 points available, so a lot more than normal. And this is going to be the boss level at stage 8 of day 2. Of course, the Orks have a different bodyguard as well on this second day. I have finished the mission rewards. I've unlocked all 3 copies of the Screamer Killer, so I don't actually have to worry about keywords anymore, but I'm just going to go with this build and see how it goes. So let's go ahead and deploy. And I don't know which Warlord we're going to be up against, but for this exploration, actually, I think the best reward that you get comes at stage 9. In the past, sometimes it comes at stage 10, so if you lose on that final stage, you kind of miss out on some good cards. But for this one, you just have to clear stage 9, basically. We're up against Boss Snickrod. I believe this is the first time I've seen him as a Warlord in day 2 of this campaign. Snickrod, of course, can be quite powerful. We're going to go ahead and deploy the Harridan down on turn 1. Alright, they're already bringing out some big guns here. They got the Squiggoth. Starts off with what appears to be, a lower amount of attack power, but it's going to quickly gain a lot of steam as it takes damage. I think I might actually want to put down the Exocrine across from that, actually, to try to take it out as fast as possible. Although, the Hive Crone also does dish out a lot of damage. Alright, I'm going to put down, I think, the Tyranid Warrior over in the right lane across from that Bomb Squig, and they actually have Psychic on the field. Now we do have the initiative, so we'll be taking the first turn. So 21 damage from that Warp Surge. This is one of the newer cards, actually, the Werboy, one of the few Orc Psychers. And again, this is a mostly ranged deck, so we will be going ranged here on the first turn. So 60 damage from the Hive Crone. But yeah, the Hive Crone has very low health. Bomb Squig actually does quite a bit of damage. Death Blow benefits from Boss Snickrod's special rule, and the Hive Tyrant special rule does 15 damage at the end of each turn, which really is not going to actually be doing that much. And okay, it looks like they've actually deployed their big guy a lot earlier. I believe the last time I played against it, this thing showed up as the final bodyguard, but here it's coming out very early, which could prove to be a little troublesome. This is the Goth Clan Stompa, a gigantic unit. Again, 200 points, lots of health, and 65 ranged and melee with Big Game Hunter, which will actually be very powerful because most of the cards in my deck are, of course, big game. So this is going to be a challenge for sure. Now the Harridan, with its Fear, actually might be able to be a decent match for the Stompa, because Fear is actually just hands down better than Big Game Hunter. But we'll see. The swooping assault from the Hive Tyrant keeps hitting that Squiggoth, which is just powering it up. It's just enraging it more. So that's a bit of a problem as well. And this thing just has so much health. Yeah, the 15 damage really isn't going to make a huge difference. It's making, I think, yeah, the Hive Tyrant is perhaps not the best Warlord to be using, but for many players it might be the best option still. I'm going to put down the Exocrine over in the right lane. Uh-oh. Now they are getting inspired by the Goth Clan war boss there in the center. And we're going to go with, I think the Harridan does, what, 65, right? So we'll drop down this thing, the Biovore with Barrage in the center lane, and that should be able to finish off the Squiggoth before it gets a chance to retaliate. The shields on the Exocrine will hold off the Stompa for a couple rounds, but yeah, this is, once those shields go down, it's going to be dealing huge amounts of damage. Another 15 damage. I don't know, are we actually going to be able to bring down the Stompa? Uh-oh, this is not good. Target acquired. I should have seen this coming, but yep. They are going for the melee attack, and that's going to actually kill the Harridan in one turn, easily. 110 doubled, and then increased by another 60%. That thing would have dealt over like 300 damage just now. So there goes the Harridan. Our big guy is no longer on the board, and that is going to be an issue. Alright, let's see, we can increase our damage output this turn with the Scout. That might be a good choice. But I think we're going to save that for a little bit. We're going to drop down the Tyrannocyte. This thing has regeneration and a melee attack, so it can hit back on their turn. Now we'll see how this goes. This is the first time that I've faced off against the Snickrot here. With the Stompa, so we'll see what other bodyguards they're running. Just 2 more to get through. That's going to be a problem. The Mecha Dread with 3 shields. I think it's definitely a match for the Tyrannocyte. Lots of damage. The Biovore goes down, and the final shield on the Exocrine is now gone. I think we really need to kill that this thing with the Inspiring Presence. It's just increasing the damage. So, but it's gonna be rough here. I don't know. With the Scout, does the Exocrine have enough to take down the Stompa? I'm not really sure. I guess there's only one way to find out. We'll see if this is enough. If not, I'm going to be in a world of hurt. Alright, so, nope, it is not enough. Is it worth readying? I don't know. Well, we're just going to go with a ranged attack. Now, there is a chance that the Swooping Assault could actually finish off the Stompa here, if we're lucky. There's a 50-50 chance of which bodyguard is going to hit here. Okay, we got lucky. Did manage to take down the Stompa there with the special rule. And this is the final bodyguard. It is a Death Dread with Berserk. And Snickrot on the field as well with the Fear. They're still capable of dishing out a lot of damage. And I can't really do much to their Warlord. Meanwhile, his flanks are protected by 2 Dreadnought-sized bodyguards. This is going to be difficult. However, we do still have the Hive Tyrant, which is a pretty powerful entity itself. We'll see if... The problem is, if my bodyguards on the flank fall, then the Hive Tyrant will be wide open to a series of powerful attacks, so it's not going to last very long, even with the Fear. Alright, so there goes the Exocrine. Let's see, it's going to be pretty close, actually. I think I'm going to go ahead, and I'm thinking of dropping down the Hive Tyrant this turn. Let's see, this thing does 103 damage, so actually it could kill off the Ridge Runner on the next turn. Well, I don't know. The Heavy Weapons team does decent damage, but it's also just going to get killed. Alright, we're just going to drop down the Hive Tyrant here and hope that we can make it through the next turn or two. I think we're going to go with a charged up Psychic Attack while debuffing their melee. That Psychic Attack only does 44 damage, though, being reduced by 50%. I'm sure they'll go for melee here. But because it was reduced, the Ridge Runner actually managed to survive, so that's pretty big. Alright, the 15 damage. That 15 damage really needs to hit Boss Snickrot, I think, if we're gonna have any hope of winning here. Let's see, this thing definitely could kill the heavy weapons team, so we'll deploy that over on the left side. Question, do we want to just play the game of attrition, keep going psychic, or try to hit him with the ranged here? I think psychic is still the best choice. Ooh, they have a big ranged attack charged up as well. They might actually go ranged next turn. We'll see. There we go, 15 damage to Snick Rod, that's what I want to see. Okay, here comes the melee attack. Bridge Runner goes down. And do we have enough ranged to take that thing down? I think we do, thanks to the swooping assault. So that was pretty lucky there. In the end, it really just came down to the luck of where the swooping assault hit, which is not exactly the safest strategy to go with, but we did manage to squeeze out the win there. Again, I think that would have been a lot easier with the Jackal Alphas, because you could have just targeted down Snikrot in one turn. But unfortunately, the Jackal Alphas has not been available as one of the cheaper Warlord packs for this campaign. So, that's day 2. The Harridan, unfortunately, did not do so well there. But in many of the battles, it has been quite powerful, surviving until the end of the battle. So that's it for day 2, and then I will be uploading a battle, maybe one of the final levels for day 3, where we're going to have almost 700 points available. So looking forward to that, running all the big monsters in the Tyranid arsenal. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.